Alright, we're gonna start up a new game of LA Noire.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city,
We'll see
based
how
not
this
on the
goes.
man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Yeah, Renegade Sullivan.
A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet.
Let me know if you can hear the game alright, if you can
A
hear
city
me
of
alright.
pioneers.
Just want to test real quick. Make sure everything's coming through just fine. Nothing's too loud or too quiet.
A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world.
This is an older game, I know. Played it back on the
A
360.
city that has no
This
boundaries.
is my first time playing it here on the
That will
Xbox
stretch as
One.
far as the eye can see.
Really like this time period.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch.
Ever the optimist.
From the beam of sunshine himself.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
They don't seem to care too much.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one. Look at this junk.
Don't think this is any use to us.
It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Newspaper, okay.
Cole, come take a look at this.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor.
Watch the
Psychiatry
video,
seems
okay.
to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah,
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance for your friend's help is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Hmm.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
The newspaper. Ooh, look at that.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
You said, Jim, take a look at this. Okay. Bloodstain. Got it.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Look at clues. Okay, we got bloodstain.
We're never gonna find it. It's a waste of time.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right. Don't hurt yourself.
So the controller kind of vibrates and there's a sound chime.
The
Sound
gun's up on the
chimes
roof, right?
near the clue.
So we need to
And
find a
there's
way up.
Clue.
Building
Here
looks
we go.
vacant.
Okay.
I don't want to wait around all night for the super to let us in. Is there a way up from the outside?
And there it is.
What kind
do
of
you
chumps
know?
do these homicide guys think we are?
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893. Two rounds fired.
Fired twice.
And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp
Okay,
tries to leave
there's
town.
a chime there. That means found all the clues.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd
rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass. It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Oh yeah, we're not... Probably don't need the sirens on. But we could use them. There we go. Heat driving in this game. It's kind of a bit rough. Okay, it's gotta go
Officers
down.
Phelps
That
and
means I can go in.
Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February '46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
Let's turn those sirens on so that nobody crashes into us. 'Cause like I said, driving in this game is not fun.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Honk your horn at me, I'm the police. There you go. What am I siren on, man? Yellow knob. Enter it. Okay. Must be where we're going. Get out.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Okay, so that's where we want to go. One there, so we're going to go upstairs. Three. There's a phone we could probably use.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
That was a very bad move, Schroeder. Ralph,
Woohoo!
you all right?
Won a
I'm
brawl.
fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look around.
What's he got here?
List of names and a series of
Lloyd
numbers.
Rose.
Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation, or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner, and leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Is that it? Guess we're getting another flashback here.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Interesting. Guess that was the end of that case?
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identifying code 3.
Shootout.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger,
Armed
KGPL.
and dangerous.
14 Adam en route.
Oh, yep. Have the siren on. Case number 2. Armed and dangerous. I think they said it was at a bank. Oh, here's cars.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Ooh, I'm shooting at us already. Jeez. Ooh, got one.
Weapons on the ground, now!
I'm getting hammered here, Phelps. Try for the front door.
Ooh,
Keep
got
your
one.
goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to...
chance, copper.
Stay down.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
That's it?
Lieutenant Hopkins says
Wow.
anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up
Okay.
dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there.
Hey, Flash. How's
Glad
it
you had my
going?
back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
This is L.A. Noire. Came out about 9 years ago on the Xbox 360. Okay, sounds good.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso.
Alright.
With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to
Don't
that.
discuss religion or politics.
I know that bum. Wendell
Yeah.
Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole.
Especially right now.
Get after him,
Uh-oh.
Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD!
You can go screw yourselves.
Uh-oh.
He's hiding in the alley!
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
Don't want to do this, Wendell.
No, no, no.
Get down from there right now.
Give it up,
Stay
Wendell!
the hell away from me!
There's no way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over,
You
Bowers!
assholes already screwed me once.
Oh yeah? Is that what happened?
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
How you doing,
Got
Wendell?
him.
Your parole officer's feeling lonely.
Yeah.
He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in
That
high
was
school?
pretty quick, actually.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up,
Another case,
gets you
yeah.
recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
Oh, shooting. Dang. Got there too late.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
All right.
Broad daylight.
All right.
Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
There's something shiny
Everybody
there.
stay back. Let us do our job.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Okay. This guy looking at it looks like a bullet. Yeah.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Okay. See if these guys know anything.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
What was that? Love it when the controller vibrates. Ooh, found the gun.
FN Browning. Serial
Browning.
number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. All right. Yes, it's a dead person. This guy in the crowd thinks
Okay,
he saw
so I
something,
found all the
Cole.
clues.
You better take a statement. Don't you people have anything better to do?
This is a crime. Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run into the shoe store.
Thank you.
Speak to the witness
That's
before
cool.
homicide arrives, Phelps. If you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Got my first interrogation going on.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta.
Gage. Okay.
Clovis Galleta.
Okay, let's go over the eyewitness account.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Look very suspicious.
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galleta. You've been paying for them for a whole year.
Yeah.
Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another.
4.
Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Okay. I think she's lying, but I can't prove it.
You're making me angry, Miss Galleta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you
details
hear,
of the
Miss
shooting.
Galetta?
It's difficult to remember.
Okay.
It sounded like there were so
3 or 4?
many, and they were so loud.
I think she's telling the truth. She looks scared. Of course, this tells you what to do.
I need you to
Because this is your
concentrate,
first
Miss Galetta.
interrogation, so that's
Even
good.
minor details can become important later on.
Well, there
It's
was
kinda
one
interesting.
bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my...
Ooh,
Never
me too.
mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Okay.
We have the
Now where do we go?
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Well, get in the car. Okay, welcome back, Flash. Go to Eagleson's to get more evidence. So, I'll pause it real quick. No, I don't need to pause it, I can just sit here. This is LA Noire. Takes place, I believe, in like the 1930s or around that time. And, basically, you play Cole Phelps, as Cole Phelps, and he's an LA cop. And you are solving crimes, getting promoted, and as you get promoted, you discover police corruption throughout the city, as well as finding out there's stories going on about your past involving the war that had happened. Because he was in the war, and one of his war buddies was involved in something. Go. There you go. Ready to go. But yeah, it's just a bunch of crimes that are going on, solving it. But it's pretty cool. Like,
what can I do you for?
some pretty high-profile cases come
Officers
up, like
Phelps
the
and
Black
Dunn,
Dahlia
sir, Wilshire
murder
Division.
later on.
We need you to trace a
To
serial
get promoted
Sure.
to arson
What's
cases,
the make and model?
FN Browning, model
homicide detective,
1922.
and stuff
Serial
like
number
that.
is
Right now we're just a
0113.
patrol cop.
Don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
But you
Remember
get
the
to
Yeah.
search for clues.
Kalu. Edgar Kalu
interrogate.
was his name. Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your
I
help.
bought this game for the Xbox 360 when it first came out, back in 2011. So it's an older game, but they remastered it for the Xbox One. It's also on PlayStation. It's a lot of fun. It's a long game though. Like when it came out on the 360, it was 3 discs to play. So to install it, you had to. I have it still for the 360 though. It's just that's a yeah. It's an old game, but it's still good. It's one of my favorites. But it's long.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go! Kalu, get back here!
Food wasn't great, but you're real nice.
Stop or I will shoot! Too late, Kalu!
That's pretty hard to do.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
You don't get that warning shut off. You have to go and chase them and back to them.
The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that
It's
keeps
also
you
pretty cool
propping up
because
a bar
there's
as
like
you
news
relive the what
headings
ifs,
that
the might have been,
you get to find, and it tells backstory to the game.
the case that other cops murmur about.
There's a lot of
whenever you
famous
walk past.
actors in here that make appearances,
case
like
you
Greg Grunberg.
Discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly,
There's
but
all
it
kinds of
grinds
classic
finely, son.
cars from the time
I
period
hear it's you who
too.
knocked down malefactor from the
And
shooting
you
yesterday.
can
Yes, sir.
like, drive. There's
Then
a
tell me,
collect
Boyle.
them by driving
I
them.
hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would
Okay.
you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps.
Yeah, there's a.
You've only been with us a
You're
short
playing
time
this,
and
you'll
you've
see a
assembled yourself
couple
a
of faces
stellar
that
arrest
might look
record.
familiar.
Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from.
It's a lot of fun, but it can be
But I'm
frustrating.
curious as to
There's a
whether
lot
you
of
can
people-
turn
some
your hand to
people
interrogation.
Didn't like it, but a lot of people love it.
Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good
Just
man.
because there's a lot of fake evidence you
You need
might
many
run
things
into.
for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former,
But the
you'll always
graphics
use a
were
modicum of violence to
incredible
obtain the
for the
latter.
time period. Every
How are you feeling,
character is
lad?
individual.
Fine, sir.
Is
Very
individually created.
The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
But I
Has
like
my
it
lawyer
because
arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
it's one of
A
those
lawyer
times where you
can't
get to
help you,
play a
Mr.
police
Kalu.
officer as
Shot
a
a
good
man
guy.
dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
That's something I've always wanted to do, like type of game.
You
and
followed
then
Everett Gage
I
and
love
the
the
girl
time
back to the
period
shoe
as well.
store. You put 5
Just the-
rounds
the-
in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Everything about it, the music, the dress. His eyes. He's definitely lying.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're
Yeah.
counting on the girl? You think her testimony's going to stand up in
He's a
court?
straight up
You're going to the gas
good
chamber,
guy.
Edgar.
But there are
That
bad
Jew-hating
cops that
fuck
you end up
couldn't leave me
having to take
alone.
him down later
I
in
had
the
a sale.
game.
That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Ooh, got him.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps.
There's a lot of racism too
It is
during this
just,
time period
Officer
as well.
Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes.
Interesting time.
A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to
He
your
doesn't
duties
do
for
it.
now, boyo. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Ooh, achievement. Yay. Police Academy. Complete all the patrol cases. Okay. Sweet. On to the next chapter. Not much. It's just my night off. So, I've been wanting to stream this game. I'm pretty much just playing on my Xbox. Yeah. No, they weren't. I think people are taking a break with everything that's going on. People are like, either taking a break just today, some are not doing anything all week. And some are just using this week to
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on
do
traffic.
just chatting.
The hot sheet
as
is
well.
posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen.
So how are you
Here's
doing,
your new
Flash?
partner,
You got anything
Stefan
going on?
Barkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out. And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps.
Gotcha.
He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bakowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right? Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bakowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm gonna start you out with one. You do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get
Do
down
you
to the
have a
PE
lot to
Freight
do then,
Depot,
Crash?
6th and
Or
Alameda.
just
A patrolman called in a
trying to find
suspicious
stuff to
vehicle.
do?
Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Ooh. I got outfits I can look at. Let's see.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
Crossword puzzles. Ooh, that sounds nice.
Mary says he'll sing. If I
Okay, yeah.
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gasworks and Signo Depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct.
Can you drive to this one?
Okay. Now that I'm promoted, I can let my partner drive.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Phelps. Are we
I don't
friends
have to worry
now,
about driving.
Bukowski? We have to work together. Don't be so touchy. I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. I went to college at Stanford, did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early '45 as a first lieutenant and fought in the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded, shipped back home, did a year on the beat. Now I'm here. So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it. And now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No. You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready. Finished? The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you. I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do? I kept the streets of L.A. safe for the people. Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service. Now, fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots. Sounds like you had it rough. I did my job. No one is saying you didn't. I did 6 years as a patrolman. That's the third time you've told me.
Yeah, once they're done, it'll just get me to where I need to go. That's the way it works when you have your partner drive. If I chose to drive, then I'd still get the conversation, but then I'd continue driving all the way myself. It's kind of like a fast travel when you have
That
your
you,
partner
Bukowski?
drive.
Go on through.
But you don't have to. But you
Parking
still
lot straight ahead.
get all the cutscene stuff.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stiff.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
Apex. Maybe
This is
some
your
Call
first
of
case,
Duty.
Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you stopped.
Been playing
Don't
some
know what to do
NCAA
next. Just come
football
talk to me and
on
we'll see what we can
Xbox 360.
Thanks, Stefan.
Um,
You're okay.
Some XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Maybe some other random games that I feel like playing.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car.
Yeah,
probably
it's
stolen.
NCAA
Solid
football.
citizen Nate Wilkie.
So it's
He
about
called it in.
7 years
What
old
gives with
now.
the
corner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiffers yet.
So that's why it's on the 360.
We have an owner for the car?
They did not bring it over to the
Car is registered
Xbox
to an
One yet.
Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
let's take a look at the
I better
car.
get back to work, sir.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
Way too much blood.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a
Live
pig yesterday?
Maybe that's where all the blood's from. F. Morgan, huh?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Okay. I talk to the coroner. Maybe, real quick.
Doc? Detective Phelps. What have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Unless he's in the trunk of the car, which he's not.
"32 years old, married.
Adrian Black.
Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?" Happier times, I guess. Stenzel glasses. Home repaired, by the way.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing better, Flash. I understand that feeling.
Brand name might give us something to go on.
Heat. Oh, that's all the clues. Okay. Guess we'll go talk to this guy now.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Yeah, well, might as well do it in order,
Mind if I
guess.
ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Okay.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
You just be telling the truth.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regularly, so it kind of stood out.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
Still looking straight at us. Doesn't
When
seem
you
to be
saw the
any
blood,
deception.
was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry
Yeah.
already.
The wallet by the car.
I like his
Was there
logbook
anything
too.
in it when you arrived?
You accusing
Actually,
me
my
of
first
something, mister?
cosplay, my only cosplay I've done. Yeah.
Do you want the patrolman to hold you down?
It was
while we
actually
turn
a
out your
Cole
pockets,
Phelps there
Mr.
on the
Wilkie?
left.
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was gonna steal anything. Maybe I took a look. But there weren't no money in there. Not even change.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now.
Yeah, I think they did a very good job with this game. Alright, let's, click one button. You got people. This tells us about each person. We don't know much about her. Don't know anything about this person at all. We don't know much about him, but that seems to be our main suspect. And then this is who we just interviewed already. We got our clues that we can look at, and then we got our information on each clue. And these update as we find out more about each thing. And then we got our locations. We're gonna head to the black residence now.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Yeah, it's shoot. I don't know if you have Xbox, but the Xbox One version was 50% off, but that just ended yesterday. So I think it's full price again. But it was 50% off for people that had gold. Xbox Gold.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
I think at full
Talk to him,
price it's like
Phelps.
30
I'm
bucks
no good
though.
at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Yep, we're gonna knock on the door.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room.
It's probably available on PlayStation as well.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs.
I
Black?
don't know if you have that. I don't know
That's
about
correct.
PC though.
The car has been found abandoned, and
I think
I'm
you
afraid
probably
there
play
are
on that
signs of foul
primarily.
play.
I knew something was wrong when
But
he
you
didn't
could look
come
it up on
home.
Steam
We
maybe.
believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
I would
Just
think so,
outside
just
the
because of
kitchen
the
window.
Microsoft.
At the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Okay.
Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home? Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address. A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This must be Adrian's. Stencil. So the glasses are a match. To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Who's Nicole?
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
Operator, give me R&I.
Gonna make a phone call.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an
Kavanaugh's
address
bar.
on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks.
Alienist Fontaine provides hope to. Yeah, I think he's a bad guy.
Lie down, make yourself comfortable. So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions, these blinding visions. I can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a
I'm
vice.
going to give you something to calm your nerves. I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past, occasions that made you laugh, times that made you smile.
Yep, done with that. Let's see, we said we wanted to go outside through the kitchen. I think this is outside. That by the kitchen window. Is that right here?
No use leaving the thing half finished.
There's a pipe missing.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Find and solve an inspection for another Jeep. Sweet. Yep, that's all the clues. I guess it's time to interview Margaret. Where's Miss Black? See how this goes.
I'm all right now, detectives.
Okay.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
She's 30? She does not look 30. Look up into the glasses, because...
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
Go on.
Straight at me, yeah.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They look terrible.
Yeah. Does she know where he's at?
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
So nothing out of the usual then?
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
I don't know. I don't play. I don't play Hearthstone. I don't like the game. I only watch Ali play it because she's my friend. What? That game seems frustrating and annoying.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
There's
Yeah,
plenty
you're
to
lying.
tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive.
Yeah.
But I guess you know that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the photo. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know.
It's random, but I
if he
swear you
intended to
randomly
leave
get
me, or if it
get
was just a
the
fling.
card you don't need, but it seems like the
God only
opponent always seems to draw the cards they need.
I only want to know that he's safe.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Yeah, that's stupid. They shouldn't. It's like it's that low yet.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black.
It's
Your husband is
a lot
missing,
higher,
and after our search, I'm willing to
somehow.
call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, Detective.
My guess is the blood was too much for a human. It couldn't have been human blood. He slaughtered the pig and poured it all over the car. So I bought the pig. He's leaving his wife for this Nicole person. That's what I think is going on. Do that every time. Go to Kavanaugh's bar. And then
You know the way. You can drive.
Another accommodation.
You can drive.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and
Yeah.
she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
yeah, I just don't think. I don't know if he's actually dead.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Yeah, no. That sounds very
someone-
frustrating, Flash.
The cherry pie was delish.
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Cole Phelps,
This guy.
LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no.
What other games
I'm
do you
sorry
play,
to hear
Flash,
that.
besides Hearthstone?
I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there. And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard? You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it. All right, already.
Oh, really?
That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle.
I'm not sure who he is.
He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
See if he knows.
Where exactly is Black holed up? No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
You sure that's not the truth?
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan. Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you. He's holed up
He's
at
a
my
vegan.
place. He's
It's
waiting
okay.
for some money
I'm
to
not
come
a-
through before he blows town. An address? It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2. I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it. Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm writing this idiot up.
I'm gonna arrest him.
You got Morgan's
Just don't like
address? Let's get over to his apartment.
Yeah. No, he's aiding and abetting, so I think that calls for being able to arrest him.
You're behind the wheel.
KGPL calling 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Okay, so does he?
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat, not human. Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger,
So it is the
KGPL.
pig. I was
Time to
right.
reel this guy in, Phelps.
Oh. You're not thinking of Richard Karn, not the guy he worked with. Just someone that appeared on the show. Guy ended up hosting Family Feud eventually.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Ooh, real? I think he said 2. Yep.
Apartment 2.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
Oops. Huh. He went up. My bad. William O'Leary, okay. That's funny.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
There's no point running, Adrian.
Oh. Right.
Mr. Black, get back here right now.
Stop right
It's
there,
over, Adrian. Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like
That's interesting.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case. And
That's
in fine
Captain
style,
O'Leary.
too.
That's funny.
Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.
Ooh, look at that. No damage done, no injuries. 5-star case. Nice. Oh, nice. Oh, he was playing priest. Oh, geez. Just got 3 achievements. Oh, congrats, Flash.
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. DR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going.
Better go earn our pathetic wages.
Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence
Oh,
has
yeah.
information on a stolen car racket.
An abandoned vehicle. We catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Sounds like there's more to it than that. Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on
This must be
fire
a
today, Einstein.
DLC case.
Very
I don't
funny.
remember this case being in the
Come on, my intense
original
protege.
game.
Let's go save the world.
Jacob's backyard, huh?
You can drive.
Oh, that's pretty cool. No, I said you can drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You hear about Adrian? Broad in Seattle threw him out. The wife says she's gonna take him back.
Women generally show more compassion.
Oh, you're looking at the
Adrian
cast.
dumped
Oh
on her.
yeah.
He was humping the secretary. Margaret should show some
One
pride.
of the main
Pride
villains
comes
in
before a
this
fall,
is
Bukowski. Talking from
plays
experience.
a common creep. He was on Agents of Shield too, I think, and oh man, there's just a lot of good actors in here, and some of them are just bit roles in other shows and stuff like that. But it's so incredible who they got for this game. And they got their actual likeness put into the game.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detectives.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle.
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Oh, by the embassy. Interesting. There's no plate.
I must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
Look at a wheel?
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. Car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Empty.
Incidental. No good to me.
Combination wrench. Must have removed the wheel lugs.
Okay, that's all the evidence.
We better see what this Jacobs guy has to say. The car was dumped in his backyard, after all.
Yeah.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
Yeah.
What exactly
He doesn't
happened
appear till
here,
later in the game. That's why.
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn
Oh, I
kids
recognize
play
this guy too.
stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared him off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Why did you take the license plate?
Me? Well, what'd I do with license plates? You saying I have them? Scratching around in that book won't prove nothing. You should show me some respect.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
Well, how about we bring you an umpire's mask? Jacobs dumped the book he was reading in a hurry when we walked up. You curious what he didn't want us to see? Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I. Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Oh no, what'd you do, Flash?
I think we've wrung this place dry. Let's find a game well.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you. Are there any messages for me?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thanks for your help. Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
We can visit the Packard dealership or head back to Central and interview this Valdez character. Your call.
Can you drive to this one?
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we've caught this year. One more, and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Curious, I got that one wrong. Felt like he stole something, but maybe he didn't.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model four-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination
It's
wrench?
a long list to go through,
I don't
too.
know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me. We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
One left.
Looks like you're missing one.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
That's funny.
Optimistic, Cole. I don't think this is going to help us.
No good. We need diplomatic plates. If you don't mind, we have a few questions. Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
So Valdez was just driving by and he saw the car.
Yeah, something like that. Happens all the time.
Oops.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. He sure as hell isn't here.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards will steal anything the minute your back is turned.
So that's it?
Like I said, the workshop's too close to the street. It's difficult to keep an eye on it.
We'll be keeping an eye on you, Dewey, and spreading the word that you don't like to
Can I really do
cooperate
that?
with the LAPD.
Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
I did not do very good on that. He was not honest at all.
You know the way. You can drive. You read the story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is y and horizontal is x.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. God's name would want that.
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talkies in color, and look what we have now.
Creation of 3D movies. That's pretty cool. Talking about that.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our archangel hasn't already flown.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Hey, that's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Where do you see a number 3 marked on that door?
Here he is, apartment 3.
Yes.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Right. So how's it going to
Here's
be
the
when
missing
you go
flag.
into labor and he's not around?
Souvenirs
You
are a
wrong
dumb
about
move.
Gabriel. He will be a good father. Already he works hard to provide for us.
Not much
Unless
help.
you help us here, Anna, your little one won't be seeing Papa for a very long time.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle from the scene. Certainly Gabriel's pride and joy. Serving breakfast for 2, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Nope. Doesn't tell me anything. Nothing significant.
Oh. Tires.
It looks like Valdez gets his wheel back.
Work celebrates most birthdays. They've not done mine. I don't care if they do or don't. I've never celebrated it, so whatever. For a dessert, I like pie. Or ice cream.
Diplomatic license plates.
So it's been updated. Why, do you have a birthday coming up for you or somebody at work?
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
His honor, Anna?
He said Dewey's friend tried to make a woman out of
Gotcha.
him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricon that he is a man.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him
Yeah,
so angry. He
I
went
just
out to
wouldn't
his
buy
shed and
Hearthstone,
put some
that's what I'd
things in
do.
it. I don't know what and I don't want to know. I love him.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line? That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for fine automobiles.
We know where the kid is. Let's go stop these clowns and get him off the streets. You're behind the wheel.
I wonder if I have to do a street race.
What kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cars?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Oof. Okay.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. It's getting away. Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamp. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
No. Driving is not easy in this game.
You're gonna lose him. Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
You're gonna die, Gacho.
God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
That was rough. No. I've only been streaming for about 2 hours.
There's the red Ford. That's
So
Delgado
probably an
right
hour
there.
and a half.
Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. He's getting away. You're gonna lose him. Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars and sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out. Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
You're gonna die, Garacho.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for grand theft
Got him.
auto.
Wow.
Fuck you, puto. You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him.
Yeah.
Now who's a man? I should have burned his fucking car.
Yeah.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
Grease is actually going to be on CBS on Sunday night. I never did go down to the station and talk to that one, the diplomat. 4-star, that's alright.
You have any plans for
Yeah, they're
weekend
doing
Liberty
like a
Jack?
sing-along
My sisters have
version.
been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit.
So they're
I'm
probably
meeting
gonna
them
like
at the
have the
station at
songs
6. Good for
on,
you, Jack. Are they cute?
like the
My
lyrics to the
sisters,
songs.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Oh, I've seen the movie all the way through so many times. Actually, in grade school, we did a play. We watched the movie in like 4th grade, 5th
Good job,
grade.
Kelso.
5th grade. And everyone's like, we loved it so much. We're like, let's do that for the talent show as a class. And they had me do the DJ, Vince Fontaine.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack, don't do it. Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Marriage made in heaven, huh?
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Straight through the
Got
red
the
line.
jitters, that's not good.
Homicide. You know you've got it made.
Okay, so you can replay them. Like, I might replay that last one sometime. Try and 5-star it. Do better than I did. I messed up a couple of times and I didn't go see the one guy.
You can drive.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Yeah. All right. Well, I may not restart it until after I finish the game.
Detectives, over here. Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Vic is a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look
Person of
around.
interest, POI. Well, let's take a look at the car. Oh, no. Take a look at the body first. Yeah.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. The poor guy didn't stand a chance.
I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind. Patterson has life insurance.
Interesting.
We can notify next of kin.
Yeah. That's not important.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports,
there
he
you
was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Haha, funny. Oh,
Body
too
traveled a
far.
good 20 feet.
Been hit.
This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Huh, interesting.
knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife.
Okay, welcome back.
This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Okay, what clues do I have? Just do I know? Hit and run vehicle. Oh, okay. Let's go.
He's all yours,
interview.
Detective.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. What kind of car was it?
Describe the vehicle.
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
No, her eyes are shifty.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. We can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room. I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the
Dudley
owner?
Lynch.
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against
Yeah,
licensing
I
regulations
believe
to
in
drink
you,
on the
Flash.
sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but
Yeah,
not my kind of
right?
special.
Well, at least they
Was
didn't.
Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy.
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Yeah, you know more than you're letting on, buddy.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't given too much. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Ooh, let's see what this will show us.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can, unfortunately, be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Interesting. Alright, we gotta call this in. Find out the phone.
Operator, give me
license plate.
dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thank you.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Alright, let's... Oh, there's NSPD, that's funny. Where are we going? I think we're going to the Shelton residence next.
Can you drive to this one?
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. "4:37 a.m. Holy crap, it's 4:45 a.m. right now, my time. Almost exactly the same time of the game. That's crazy. "7:43 a.m. Okay, time just changed. Funny.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Sheldon.
Oh no, none of
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Oops. How bad.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Don't let that asshole get away.
Aww. No, get out of the way. Oh, that was close.
Heading into the station. Go on, get after him.
Hold it right there, Shelton! How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
So the wife was there when it happened, and left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
Try to keep up, Stefan.
Okay, partner.
There's actually a way, I forgot there's a way to take photographs in this game.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I don't remember how to do it.
You believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, you face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the judge. If he had time to clock who was at the scene, he had time to make a choice.
Maybe. Maybe. (911 AM). Another cutscene.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Such good stories.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
Interviewer.
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Huh. I don't believe you. I think he was pushed.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Heard I had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Oh, you call me little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your
Ooh,
loss.
like
I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Here it is. Phone.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Time to go to the morgue. A bloody knife. I'm guessing he was stabbed and pushed in front of the car.
You're behind the wheel. We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Ooh. Yeah, right.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna take a vehicle. I'm stealing somebody else's car.
You can drive. Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand jury.
Nice of you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot!
And I better not lose him.
Come on, Flatfoot, let's negotiate.
Put the weapon down now!
Dang it.
You wanna...
You fucking asked for it.
Dang it. Gotta redo that. That was horrible. That was horrible.
We spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down.
By the way, once I'm done with this case, I
If
think
you
I'm
do something
gonna
stupid
call it
now,
a night.
you don't stand a
as far
chance
as
in
this
front of the
stream.
grand
Nice of you
jury.
to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I have nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man.
I'm glad you won.
Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot. Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
Dang it.
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air.
Help me!
Got him.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought
All
you'd
right.
been under fire before.
You have a good day, Flashman.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Yeah, I was hoping to get him. There's a way, if I could have timed it right, I didn't have to kill him, but unfortunately that's what it came down to.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
But no injuries. 5 stars again. Nice. Saving. Slip of the tongue. I think that one, if I remember right, there was another DLC case.
Phelps,
Alright. We'll do that one next time. Or start with that one next time. Thanks everyone who watched. Gonna call it there. Been streaming for almost 3 hours, just over 2.5. So, thank you, and we'll continue this another time.